When it comes to preventative maintenance, you can kind of think about it like this. If you abide by a maintenance schedule, it means you are being proactive in taking care of your vehicle and making sure that it stays safe and reliable for you, as opposed to just being reactive by waiting for something to break down, which can compromise your safety and the health of the vehicle. My name is Matthew Durden with LexTechs of Atlanta in Johns Creek. And today on Matthew's How-Tos, we're not actually going to show you how to do something or how things work necessarily, but we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is scheduled maintenance. And you may be thinking to yourself, that's kind of sounds pretty dull to be a favorite subject, but actually, it's what we live and breathe. It's what our life here revolves around. And also the thing that interests me about it is really it's talking about it with customers, educating and informing customers, because scheduled maintenance, it's one of those things that's commonly misunderstood. You more or less have kind of two schools of thought. You have folks that believe in it and do it, and that's just the way they've been raised, or the culture they've been around. And you do also have folks that don't believe in it and not understand what it's all about. So that's kind of the aim of this video. I want to educate and inform, and of course you can come to your own decision. But again, going back to why I enjoy this subject, I enjoy speaking about it. I enjoy talking to people and giving them some knowledge that they may not have had before, because here with what we do, we have a wealth of experience. Don't want to say we've seen it all, but we've seen a lot, and scheduled maintenance definitely plays into that in a big way. So scheduled maintenance, what is scheduled maintenance? Essentially what scheduled maintenance is, it is a schedule of things that your car needs according to mileage or time, according to the manufacturer. So with Lexus and Toyota vehicles for years and years, they always go by mileage in terms of when you bring a vehicle in, 5,000 miles. That has always been the interval that Lexus and Toyota has used. What happened though is somewhere along the mid to late 2000s, we began to use different kinds of oil. All manufacturers did, but Lexus and Toyota specifically went to a very specific fully synthetic oil, which didn't need to be changed at the regular interval. There's of course all kinds of exceptions to that. So where does that leave us? What does that mean? Well, what that means is the language that people use to speak is oil change. I need to get my oil changed. In other words, maintenance is associated with oil changes. And I think that's one of the biggest misnomers out there. Maintenance does not mean oil change. Oil change is part of your maintenance, but really the core thing that every vehicle should get when it comes in for maintenance is an inspection by a person that knows what they're looking at. Don't wait until it's making a funny noise to bring it in. Of course, if it's making a funny noise, always call someone, bring it in. But you can mitigate lots of headaches, whether they be financial, safety related, or repair related to your vehicle, by getting the vehicle looked at regularly. And I'm not talking about going overboard, just stick with the manufacturer's guidelines, which with Lexus and Toyota, it is 5,000 miles. It is the reason that that little maintenance light, if you've got a vehicle that's manufactured somewhere in the mid-2000s or later, you're going to have a maintenance light that comes on. Not the check engine light or the tire pressure monitoring system light or any of the other number of things that might come on, but there's a very specific one that says maintenance required. Some of them have some different language. Some of them say oil maintenance required. It's a little misleading because, like I said, most of the modern vehicles that we drive, with a few exceptions, really don't need oil every time that light comes on. What I like to tell people is every 5,000 miles your car needs something, bare minimum an inspection, and then it may need other things according to what we find or driving conditions or what the manufacturer recommends. We can look at those filters and see how dirty they are. We can test those fluids to see, are they beyond their useful life? Have they got too much moisture or too much acidity or whatever the case may be? One of the things we do in our job every day is education. It happens from the first phone call we get with either a first-time customer or a long-time customer, all the way through the process of repairing or maintaining the car, even at checkout. I love questions. Everybody here loves questions. We love to be there for our customers and give them our professional opinions, based on experience and knowledge and just what we see out there. So we feel like we can do a good job of educating you and guiding you through the process to make a good decision. And so scheduled maintenance is a big part of that.